Hi guys, so apparently this actual solar panel is supposed to be 100 watts. It's a lot smaller than I was expecting. I gotta admit, perhaps I should have checked out the dimensions. However, we are going to fit this into Tiki. I think I need a shave. I look like a homeless hobo. So it has been manic since we got back from Barmouth on our little stealth camp. But I haven't had a chance to take out the stuff from Tiki yet, so I better do that first before I start playing about with this solar panel. I shall let you know how I'm getting on throughout the process. Any questions, don't ask me. I'm not an electrician, just saying. I know people that are though. So guys, I did decide to have a bit of a shave. I look a little bit less hobo-y, yes, even though I am a little bit of a hobo, really, yeah. So in this video, I am going to obviously be trying to fit my solar panel and hardwire it in and see what goes. Before we did go, I did have an issue with my leisure battery. It died only because the van hadn't been run for a little while. Obviously, it has charged on the split charger, which is great, so I know the battery is still okay. But what I did find, um, I can't get my words out. Shall we start again? So what I did buy is I bought, so what I did buy was an LCD voltage checker, and I fitted that in before we took Tiki away with us, and it's telling me that it's working fine, which is this, by the way, if I can find it. There it is. So obviously the voltage has dropped because it's been sat here now for a few days. It's down to 12.1. So at least it's telling me what it's using, what it's not using, etc, etc. Anyway, let's get back to the solar panel. We'll test it in first, just to make sure it's all working before I locate all the wires and hardwire it in properly. So I'll see you in a little while. So I've just literally wired it just to try out. Excuse the mess. It's just in there and the solar panel is just laying around. So what I've discovered with linking that up very roughly is not a lot. So what I've learned through linking that up to the leisure battery and checking the voltage on my main battery on Tiki itself is that my lights in the back are actually connected to the main battery, not the leisure battery. All the sockets are on the leisure battery. So that makes more sense. Me personally, I would have connected the lights up to the leisure battery as well, which is probably something I will rewire at a later date. How did I determine this? Well, I put the solar panel on there on the leisure battery first to see what the voltage was, and he was saying 11.7. So it was saying it was only half full. I googled it, and yes, that's about right. I then put it onto the main battery, and that was telling me 12 volts. So I knew that was correct. And then I started the vehicle up, and this there went up to 14 volts, which means the alternator is working. And if that was the case, then it wouldn't be showing that on the leisure battery itself. So I've learned something today as well. Yes, I have. So after a little bit more investigating, because that was really puzzling me, what was going on with that? Because I thought, well, when the battery did go on the leisure battery, my lights didn't work. However, the vehicle did start. So the easiest thing, and decided to remove the leisure battery. Ooh, and guess what? The lights didn't work, but the car still starts. So the lights are actually connected to the leisure battery. So why is that telling me that voltage, and then that, when I reconnect it back up, is only telling me 11.7? So I'm kind of thinking that that thing is lying. Yeah. Oh. Tales of Tiki. So obviously I've tucked the wires in through there, and it's now coming up through here, which I'm just pulling through, ready, because we're gonna have this, I've decided, about there, so it'll all look neat. Yes, great. Right, so I've wired all this in, it's ready to connect to the battery itself, and she's all tucked in there. Yes. So now I've got a wire trailing through down there. I don't know if you can see properly. So now I've got to attach this, ready to go onto the solar panel itself. So how am I going to do that? Now these things, these, amazing. You literally put them onto your wires and you heat them up using something like a heat gun or so, and they attach very clean, very secure. You can get them off eBay for pennies. I literally use these on so many things, it's unreal, but they're worth getting. Yes, they solder straight to the wire and protect everything securely, rather than just speed connectors which can come off and then you have to tape them up and bleh, crap. Get these guys, get them. So just an update, it is now all wired in, and look, it is telling us 11.8, so it's just under what it should be. So I've run the wire all the way through where it should be, and as you can see, there you go, they're absolutely lovely. Yes indeed. So now we've got this adapter, it can actually be put into there one-handed, so it seems. Got USB ports there as well should I need them, but I've done it so I can place it on the windscreen if it decides it's not great weather, or I can have it up on my roof. Let's go and see if it is working. Oh, would you look at that, it is taking charge. Oh yes, yes indeed. So I just need to screw that in place, and that's where it'll stay nice and comfy. Yes. So that's saying 11.9, that's saying 12.3. So we're not going to trust you, we're going to trust you. Yes. Now I've got to work out what these buttons are actually for, because I'm not quite sure what that's all about yet. So there you have it, guys. I've successfully installed the solar panel charger, and I'm really happy with it. It was nice and easy. The hardest part was actually tucking all the wires through properly so you don't see bits and bobs. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to work as well as it is, to be honest. It was really cheap on eBay. I can't remember who the seller was, but I'll try and find who it was and let you know. I think it cost me 29 quid for 100 watt. Whether it is actually 100 watts, I'm not sure. I'm sure if I get my son-in-law with the voltmeter, he'll tell me exactly what it is. But it's literally been on charge for literally 2 minutes, and it's gone from, what was it, 11.8, and it's already up to 12 now. So yeah, it works indeed. So all I got to do now is clean Tiki out, get her back to tip top, because look at this mess. Look at it. Wow. It needs a good clean. It does. I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Hopefully this was a little bit useful to you. I know it was useful to me because I didn't have a clue. But all done. Bye now. Tales of Tiki. See you soon.